Oh, me hearties, a very, very good evening to you. 'Tis me, Scottie McClue, live stream on YouTube just for you, Dinky-Doo. So there we are, lovely to have you with us tonight. Can you believe that this is podcast number 17? My goodness me, the time flies when you are enjoying yourself. I can tell you that for nothing. So there we are. Now, just to tip you the wink, it might be a little while building up tonight because we are on a new account. We're on the world's top talk show. So there you are, Scottie McClue, the world's top talk show. All right, what a relief. Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, how are you, says J-Dog. J-Dog, I've been taking some of your advice today, so you'll see one or two changes around. Evening, Mr. McClue, says Joe. Dinky-Doo, Joe. Hello, Scottie. This is Andy Groves. A very warm welcome to you. And we are, of course, live streaming on YouTube just for you. If you're an alien life form from another planet and you've never, ever heard of me, I'm Scottie McClue, the world's top broadcaster and, of course, the first lord of the internet. And there's more, the world's most humble man. What about that? Evening, Lord McClue, Dinky-Doo, says the Archie. Evening, Mr. McClue. Evening, friends and Scottie, says Jerry Nicol. So am I not one of your friends? I'm very surprised that you managed to work the scheduling thing. J-Dog, never ever doubt McClue. I'm not as daft as I look, which is a good job, I have to say. Phase 2 incoming. Praise the Lord. Hello, Scottie, from Becca and Mia. Rebecca, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us. Saying hi, Dinky-Doo. Abood, yes, but we'll not go into all that. Remember, we're with Scottie McClue and we're live on YouTube. Dinky-Doo. Now then, can I have lots and lots of likes to the stream, please? As quick as you like. Abood, how fantastic, Dinky-Doo. This is wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. How tremendous is that? Absolutely. Like, share. And see, Scottie, it brings more hype to the stream before it starts. Well, yes, of course, it's wonderful. And I have so much to learn, J-Dog. Stuff that you will know inside out. So there you are. Miss you lots. Abood, how fantastic of you to find this. Terrific. Lovely to hear from you. What a top man. And there we are. Absolutely. Top student. Wonderful. Right. Tell 10 to tell 10. Let's get the sharing going now. There may be, folks, a wee problem with everybody finding us tonight. Because, as I say, I've been a very, very busy boy today. So there's lots of changes to the channel. Wonderful stuff. Tell you a lot. You too, Abood, you top man. This is just marvelous. People are joining us from all over the world. Tell the people where you're watching, please. Let everybody know. Betty, hi, Dinky-Doo. What do you think about the 2 meters social distancing? I think it should be 3, Betty. At least minimum 3. And I'll tell you for why. Right? Now, this might not be popular, but I shall tell you for why. This virus is airborne. It goes through, it gets transferred and infects people in droplets in the air. So it would need, now I'm known to do massive sneezes, like, whoosh, and I get about half a dozen of these in a row sometimes. Now, if I had coronavirus, that would be enough to infect a whole room. However, as far as I know, I don't have it, but one never knows. So there we are. I believe the scientist's opinion. What do you think, J-Dog? What's your feeling on it? Guys, lots more likes, please. Like. J-Dog, have you noticed we're on a new account? Is there anything that gives it away? I ask you. So there we are. Have a look at that, guys, and tell me what is what. There we are. Wonderful stuff. Found you no bother tonight. I liked you in the regalia. What tartan were you wearing? Oh, Jerry, that would be Clan Lament, would it? What regalia was it? What time? Or was it when we were the chieftain? Evening, Scotty. Hope you're well. So is it easier to find me now on YouTube? Has that helped? Have we made a breakthrough there? I ask you. So there we are. Do tell. Lots more likes, please. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Evening, Scotty. Hope you're well, says the wonderful Dave Sampson. Yes, absolutely. And we want to know more about the scientist's opinion, and we want to know more about what's happening. But very, very, very important, we do not want our live stream to be taken over with coronavirus. So there you are. I believe it should be 2 meters distance or more. I agree, J-Dog. You're a very smart young man, I say. And I don't mean that in any patronizing way. I mean that most sincerely. So there we are. Who used to say that? Who can remember the television when there was a gentleman that used to go, I mean that most sincerely, folks. So there we are. That was his line. Back to the telephones, Watery Leaf. Are you on the telephone? So there we are. Evening, Scotty. Evening, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. Now, have I got the right chat here? I'm going to have to do the sharing. Right? Nearly said the swearing. We're not going to do any swearing. No. I need to do the sharing quite quickly. Yes, back to the telephones to remember that. Fianna, Fauci, Kida Millie Fauci, my boy. Evening. Wonderful stuff. I checked out your blue lot right down in the south. Did you see the Queen was doing a Zoom call today? It's like Skype. I know, wonderful, a Zoom call. We might do that. Can you link Zoom and YouTube? Bob Monkhouse. No, the Archie. It was not Bob Monkhouse, although he had a similar idea, yes, but it wasn't him. There we are. Huey Green, says Jerry Nickel. Spot on, Jerry. Huey Green. And can you remember what it was? What was the program? Yes, I'll give you a clue. There we are. First, McClue, and then, okay, so there you are. Who was that? More likes, please, guys. Come on, we need to get the likes up. First thing you would do. I thank you, Abood. Lovely to hear from you. I hope you are doing well. Tell everybody where you're watching. So there we are. Opportunity knocks. Yes, absolutely, Jerry Nickel. Careful. Remember, we're a good family show. Scientists and the government are heroines. And you did say heroes as well. Heroes and heroines. Absolutely very, very important. So there we go. Anyway, we can't say that, as you well know. Evening all, says Shelley B. I've got an awful job informing you, Fiona, of the sort of rules of the airwaves. Tremendous stuff. Evening all, Shelley B. in Sheffield. Shelley from Sheffield. Now, guys, a very fresh cup of the Earl Grey. Does anybody make a cup of tea and then do something and think, oh, I made that cup of tea. I thought I just boiled the kettle. Oh, that is absolutely lush. And do you like my beautiful piece of Dunoon pottery, Argyle pottery? Classic stuff. So there we are. Wonderful. Tremendous. Thank you for joining us. Tell 10 about Scottie McClue live streaming just for you on YouTube. Greetings from Jordan. You're in Jordan, Abood. How fantastic is that? Tremendous stuff. And a good pizza. Aha! I'm having my soda water and lime. Of course you are, Jerry. Yes, I know you don't go for the hard stuff, as they call it. All that. Right, guys, we're going to have to, everything's popped up here to talk about my new channel. Am I in top chat or live chat? Advice from the experts. So, Jerry, you're on the soda water and lime. The lime's very good. It used to cure the scurvy. Did you know about that? Cured the scurvy. And, of course, I think it helps a bit with the old psoriasis, a wee touch of the psoriasis. So there you are. More likes, please. More subscribing. If you've just joined us, please subscribe. Remember, this is totally different to anything else on the internet. There is nothing on radio or television to touch this. Scottie McClue live streaming just for you, interacting with you. Dinky-Doo. Fantastic. What's scurvy? Who's asked me what's scurvy? Jenny Nichols, scurvy was a skin disease that deep sea sailors got in the days of the sailing ships because they didn't have fresh fruit and they didn't have fresh vegetables. So everything was kind of pickled. You've changed your channel name, A Good Pizza, yes, just today, to a new account. So there you are, fantastic. Live chat all the time for you and everyone. Right, let's change it now. So live chat, what is the main difference? But that's on live chat now. When was the last time you saw somebody clean a stairwell with a scrubbing brush, Scotty? Oh, every week, watery leaf. You've got to take a turn of doing your step. So there we are, yes. And we used to leave the water out for the lady that came round to do the steps, because when I lived up a posh close, a Wally close, we clubbed together and a lady came in and did the steps. Tremendous, very hard-working lady, lovely lady. Used to get a good chat with her. I got it. That's how they got the bowly legs. No, Jerry. That's a different thing altogether. That's rickets, which was, it was widespread, but it was very, very prominent. It proliferated in the, see what I just did there? The west of Scotland particularly, and you saw the wee Glasgow people with the bowly legs, the bow legs, because it was a calcium deficiency and the bones went in the way, you know? So I don't know if you'd had too much vitamin C if it had gone out the way. So it was a deficiency. I think it was calcium and vitamin C that was deficient in the Glasgow diet at that time. And people's bones didn't form properly in, and they walked with that kind of side to side, a wee bit of a sailor's roll. So there we are. That's a different thing. Love the new channel name, so catchy. J-Dog, is that okay? And will people be able to find me okay? And does it look all right? That's what I need to know. More likes, please, guys. I need another 10 likes right away. So 10 of you watching, like. Let's get sharing. Let everybody know that we have started. We have started and we will finish. I could tell you that for nothing. So there we go. We've only got a couple of hours and it passes in a flash, as you know, as you well know. Right, that's that. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the first of the shares. I'll just like and share. Like and share, that is what we do with all the top channels here. And everybody will know that it is a new one. There we are. Right, so that's up. So get onto YouTube and share that. I've just posted it on everybody's YouTube, so that should come in. Have you all subscribed, please, and tapped the bell so you get the notifications. Lovely to see all the messages. Top, you missed some. I don't know what that means, Derek. I think your predictive text taking over. Mind if we steal your catchphrase, Dinky-Doo? Yes, the book club. It's very heavily copyrighted, so you would need to pay some pretty big royalties. There we go. I had to sort that out with a big company in America. Evening, Scotty. How you doing, La? Glenn, lovely to have you with us, and Dinky-Doo. Fantastic. Can I buy your CD collection behind you, says John Marshall? Yes, it'll be about maybe, certainly a good tenner's worth there, John. Only Glasgow and throughout Scotland? No, Jerry Nicol. This goes right across the world. We've just had a gentleman on from Jordan. There we are. My mother, Linda, bless her at her age, loves listening to you. It makes her night. She watches before she goes to bed with her Coco. So there we are. Now, is Coco the dog or is Coco the drink? I ask you. Our theme song is Scooby-Doo. Where are your theme songs? My theme song I can't play because of the copyright, but it was Scottie McClue's Mega Mix. So there we are. based on the old Lord Rockingham's 11. Live chat, you get all the messages. Talk chat, you only get so much of the messages. Right, I understand. We want to get the lot, don't we? There are more likes, guys. I need 10 likes. Come on, you're not listening. It's the little thumbs up sign at the bottom right. Those of you that are watching and you've got a little red rectangle beside you that says live now. If you click on that, it'll take you to the big picture and you can get full screen. But also you'll see the like at the bottom there. Am I right, everybody? Is that right? Good evening, Scotty and our team of McCluers. Dinky-Doo, says the wonderful Ian Quinn. Welcome, Ian. Lovely to have you with us. Top chat, we'll miss out a few comments while we're on live chat now. Betty McIver says, years ago, this female used to do the stairs with a basin with bleach in it. What a smell. It was overpowering. I'm not too big on the bleach, Betty. I know people talk about it's very good for destroying coronavirus from surfaces. But I'm not too big on the bleach. You see, if you've got pets, you don't want too much of the bleach, I say. I don't really believe in it. And, it's all very well saying, we kill 99% of germs. What about that wee 1% they're lying about? Coco's her drink, Scotty. Magnus is saying, Coco the Clown. By the way, Scotty, find a new job for you. So there you are. And he mentions that a gentleman has left a certain radio station. So there we are. How very interesting. We'll not go into detail on that, but thank you for the heads up on that, Jerry. Have you ever been a gambling man, Scotty? I have twice gambled, and I made a bit of a fool of myself. I was invited with the press pack to the races, and we had a lovely white cloth lunch and some very nice wine. And needless to say, we missed the off of the first race. We saw them out on the racecourse there, and then went up the stand, and I had a walking stick and a big set of brass binoculars of my grandfather's. And I got the mince ripped out of me by people saying, stop your carry on. Where did you get these? Out of the U2. So that was that. Anyway, they were very good. The sportsman binoculars were excellent. Old brass binoculars, maybe about 100 years old, but everybody had their big Baron Stroud 10 by 40s and that, and they were watching the races. Anyway, I went up to the bookie and said, could I have £5 each way? And handed him a five, and he said, well, give us another £5 then, sir. As if to say, if you're £5. So I thought £5, you just put on your £5 and it was an each way bet, You could either win or lose, but that was it. Anyway, my horse came in just after the vet's Land Rover. Wonderful stuff. I meant hours, not out. So there we are. Yes, our book club isn't able to meet up and read books because of the virus. I'm so sorry about that. I love the concept of a book club. My life is filled with books. So there you are, tremendous. More likes, guys. Need another dozen of these. Come on, like. So there we are. Let's get the numbers up. Let's start moving forward with this live stream. So there we are. And that was part of getting the new account, tidying things up a bit, learning a bit about YouTube, learning a bit about live streaming. So there are a good old tic-tac man from the Greyhounds. All that stuff. Fantastic. So there you go. I'm more of a TikTok man. I can tell you. Wonderful stuff. Yes, the text got to you there, book club. Not to worry. Predictive text. More sharing, guys. What are we doing? We're busy chattering away here, enjoying ourselves, which is what it's all about. Let's have it straight. During lockdown, everybody is at the go-to place, Scottie McClue. Tremendous stuff. Right, there we go. I'm just going to paste that. Okay, and I'll share it to the story as well. Now, that's gone straight out on my Facebook account. You can follow me there, guys, and follow me on Twitter at Scottie McClue. Get the numbers up. So there we are. Yes, what was the old tic-tacking? Was that the bookies telling each other what was on, and all that stuff. Wonderful. So there we go. I remember seeing the bookie with a huge, huge bag of money. And I said, would they ever get an unscrupulous person that would try to touch any of that? He said, try that in here, they'd know all about it, So there we are. So I would imagine the bookies have got a wee call sign. Can you assist me? Scotty, do you think all this technology, what we have at our hands these days, has taken us away from our old-fashioned values? I think in many ways, in a good way. I mean, you take somebody like me now, I might not be very old, but I'm not the springest of spring chickens. I'm not the springest of spring chickens, and I've embraced it. And I'll tell you the background to this. There's a wee story here. I know I'm not a great one for stories, but there's a wee story here. So I shall give you an answer to that. Fiona, did you like the Scottie McClue t-shirt design I sent you today? I liked it very much, Fiona. Very kind of you. A virtual t-shirt. Did you like the Scottie McClue t-shirt design? Yes. Scotty, do you prefer salt and sauce or salt and vinegar on your chips? Salt and sauce all the way, because I don't take vinegar on my chips. So when they go salt and vinegar, I say, no, not for me. Just the salt, please. And of course, when you're in Edinburgh, salt and sauce, lovely. The Bruin sauce, very nice. So you can't go wrong. So excellent stuff. Always remember in Sheffield, we had a wonderful relish. So there we are. I'm going to get one made and wear it with pride and sell them bootleg. No, you can't, Fiona. You'll break the copyright. So there you are. And you don't want that. So there we go. Wonderful stuff. That's why you can't bootleg McClue merchandise, you see, because it's all very heavily copyrighted, trademarked. Wonderful stuff. But, of course, you could wear it in your house. I think I've got one somewhere. I think I have a Scottie McClue t-shirt somewhere. A bit of merch. More likes, please, guys. Glenn says, yes, that's the relish. Used to be a factory. They also sell it just for wonderful stuff. I might ask them if I can advertise it for them, because it would suit me. What's your favourite region, snacks or food, says Shelley B. Well, of course, Shelley, I love the Yorkshire pudding. And I won't mention the brand name, but there were shops all round Yorkshire that sold you pork sandwiches, pork with crackling and apple sauce, or the roast beef. And one of their sandwiches, now I don't know what you would call it. We would call it a roll in Scotland. They'd call it a softie in Aberdeen, and that sort of thing. And then what else? A stottie, a barm cake. Have you ever heard that one? A barm cake and a stottie. We will steal your Dinky-Doo catchphrase. Well, book club, yes, but I don't want you getting in bother. What gives you a big belly laugh, says Jerry Nichol. I think seeing people who are genuinely funny but don't realize it, I think that gives me a big belly laugh. I can't watch programs where anybody gets harmed. I won't mention the name of it, but there's one on the telly. I don't find it funny at all. So there we are, children falling over and things. Regional. I think regional, it's got to be the Yorkshire pudding and the roast beef, Shelley. You can't beat that. The smoked beef or the ham shank on a Sunday. Begins with B, Scotty, bread cake. Oh, or a bun. Yes, a bread cake or a bun. What about a buttery? There's a softie and there's a buttery. But there's another name for the buttery. Yes, absolutely. So a rowie. What about a rowie? A buttery in Aberdeen, or a rowie in Aberdeen, and Aberdeen rolls, a rowie. And I like them crisp. A crisp rowie in the morning. Book Club are the second best. Very good. McClue is first best. Of course, Book Club. Shelley B, yes, the Yorkshire pudding. Yeah, absolutely. Have you tried a deep-fried Mars bar? What a relief. I never, ever have. Do they actually exist? Have people done them? How do they not just go to mush with the heat of the oil? What's Shelley saying? Glenn saying, oh. Do you remember the sandwich shop across from Hallam going towards the West Football? Very much so. Lovely, lovely stuff. And another couple of crackers and a great fish and chip shop just up the road, up the brae, as we'd say in Scotland. They are fantastic stuff. Now, welcome if you've just joined us. You're watching Scottie McClue. I am the first lord of the internet. I am the world's top broadcaster, and I am the world's most humble man. Can you please like this stream now? And can you subscribe if you haven't subscribed? Very important. What's your favorite food to cook, Mr. McClue? Oh, if I was cooking something nice, oh, there's so many, Shelley. Lovely, lovely things, I'm just, that I like to cook. Wonderful stuff. I can make a very, very good curry, and I put an apple in it. What about that? The wonderful Kareem Zakaria has just joined us, and Kareem has tapped the $sign and paid £1. Kareem, you're a very kind man. Remember, it's free to watch Scottie McClue, no charge, free at the point of delivery. However, if you wanted to buy me a hot chocolate, or you wanted to click the $sign and put £1 in, you're very welcome so to do. The old-fashioned pound notes don't buy much anymore. John Marshall, you bought a whole curry last week. You sent your life savings into McClue. Sorry, screen froze. An apple in the curry. How curious. Yes, what I do, Shelley, I fry the onions till they're soft, just lightly, so they're nice and soft. And then I'll also mix them up, a little bit of garlic, of course, very, very important. And then I'll chop up an apple and pop that in as well. And then tend to do the Madras curry powder. Oh, what was the story I was going to tell you? So there we are. Ian, yes, you're mentioning a proprietary brand. So there we go. A dairies in Glasgow on the Clyde coast. Owners lived in a houseboat on Loch Lomond. Many memories, absolutely. Hello, Kareem, says Sherry. Fantastic, Shelley. Sorry, I said Sherry. I meant Shelley. Hello, Scotty. My friends in Glasgow told me about you. I'm enjoying watching your shows. I'm watching all the way from, Mickey, where are you watching? Germany. Wonderful. Which part of Germany are you in? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein, nicht Deutsch sprechen. Ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. Have I said that right? Tell me if that's any good. Mickey Lane is watching us in Germany. Are you in München? Or are you in Berlin? Are you in Celle, in Hanover? Hello, Scotty and everyone. Sorry I was late. I was at New Lanark Country Park walking the dogs. Wonderful, Kareem. And just got home, had to rush. We'll get there. Because I wanted to speak to the gaffer. Kareem, you're always very, very welcome to speak to me. And I hope you had a nice day at the school. Favourite fizzy drink? Oh, it's got to be Scotland's other national drink. Absolutely. It's got to be the Iron Brew. Good evening, Kareem. I've heard of apple juice as a sugar replacement in baking, but never an apple in the curry. Well, don't try that at home, folks, if you don't want to risk it. That's just one that McClue tried. What I was going to say, there's John Marshall saying, hello, Michael. Scotty, around the world, you can't beat it. Great stuff. Absolutely, Glenn Peacock. Do you know, can I tell you, and this is the absolute truth, that a few years ago, the top brands in Scotland were Scott FM Radio, Radio Clyde, Tunnock's Caramel Wafers, Bar's Iron Brew, and, wait for it, Scottie McClue. I was one of the top brands in Scotland. What about that? I can remember being in a meeting, and there was a guy there, and the guy leading the meeting said, right, I need information on you, please, if you have a biog or something, a resume, a CV. And I said, would you like some information on me? But no, everyone knows you. I love it. They also had a considerable amount of office properties. Yes, absolutely, I do. I won't say the names, Ian, because we don't do the names. We're trying to find. My sister lives in Celle in Germany, says the Watery Leaf in Hanover. Have you been over to see her, Watery? Hello, Shelley and Jerry, says Karim. Wonderful, Karim. Can I have more likes, please, guys? We're about 12 down on the likes already. So we need them up. Everybody liking the stream, please, and sharing. I need to share. What's going on? Goodness sake, you're distracting me with all this. I've still got to tell you that story I said I was going to tell you. A wonderful story. And this is how McClue has always been ahead of his time. Nobody in Scotland had really heard of top radio on that league. You know, you'd had phone-ins before of a fashion. So there we are. And, I've done it before. People will go daft. I've posted to the place. I've posted it before. Right, not to worry. We can sort that. We can always delete it. I'm sure it'll be all right. In fact, it might come up. Your post is identical to your last one. I forgot to change the destination. So you're distracting me. You're distracting me. I'd be getting on with this if it wasn't for you lot. I'll tell you. Right, there we go. We'll put it right. Never panic. Never panic. No, try and not panic. Oh, don't panic. Remember, don't panic. Remember Jonesy. That was brilliant. Dad's Army, to me, is probably one of the finest television programs ever made. Would you agree? So there we go. Right, guys, lots more likes. Come on, I'm getting serious about this now. We need lots more likes. Scotty, how are you? Says Gary Reid. Gary, lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo from me, Scottie McClue, and everyone watching throughout the world. How tremendous is this? Scotty, you're shared in light. Kareem, you're such a top man. Such a top man. If everybody did the same, we would be absolutely in Boomtown. We will, it will. I was looking last night. I went when I was 14 and visited Belsen Camp. Is Belsen Camp in Poland? So there we are, Belsen. I actually knew a naval officer, a senior naval officer, who saw Belsen. He was one of the first into Belsen, and he told me about it. I would only be about, maybe 15 or 16 when he told me. He said, I saw Belsen, and then he told me the stories. Oh. Could you see that? I've got my hand on my heart, guys. Hand on my heart, so there you are. Anyway, there we are. Amazing. Belsen is in Germany. It's Watery Leaf. Scotty, we were playing that women clip too tonight. Last night was so funny. Yes, we will. We will play Susie 2 for you, Kareem. Very, very interesting. I think we'll do a featured clip. Jerry Nichols saying, no, we want to talk. But that's suiting Jerry as well. You've got to think of other people. And I know Jerry will do that. Andrew Downey. Dad's Army is just timeless. All the old comedies are the best. Not too keen on the new stuff. Too much swearing, Scotty. Do you know? I mean, I'm no saint, but I never really swore in any of my acts. And because I don't find it particularly funny. And I pull people up on Facebook because they swear. They might make a good post and then say it's such and such, such and such at the end of it. And I think, I can't share that. You've devalued your post 100% by swearing. And very often they'll apologise. They don't need to apologise to me, but they will. They'll say, sorry, Scotty, I wasn't thinking. You get the odd one, I ain't ball your head, McClue. Grow up here. Grow up. All that stuff. Like the swearing in Mrs. Brown. Well, she does it in a certain way, shall we say. So there we are. Have you seen the new version of Porridge, Open All Hours, and Dad's Army? So we are. I haven't seen I've seen the new movie of Dad's Army. Big Mappy will teach you the square go dance. Hello, son. Your teeth will be going in the pocket, son. Have you seen a new version? Oh, yes, we've just done that. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I'm trying not to miss anything on here. I'm going to have to share again, guys. There we are. Share, 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 share. Come on, more likes. If you haven't liked, click the little thumbs up. Bottom right. Can you see it? Can everybody see it? Can somebody tell me, if J-Dog's watching, can you tell me if you can see the thumbs up on the site? Scotty, do you remember Jim from Paisley with a laugh? Yes. Scotty, he was great. People swear have a lactation of education, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense with me, but I understand what you mean. There shouldn't be swearing from that point of view. I mean, we don't need it. But as I say, I'm no saint, and I'm not having double standards. It's just not for public life. That's my feeling. That's what I feel. I'm going to share this on another Scottie McClue page. We've got a page with about 6,000 of you. Where's the lovable lass? Says Pity the Fool. Ah, Pity the Fool, the lovable lass of the big switchboard. I had 3 lovable lasses in my time. And, of course, they were all outstanding. I had one in Sheffield who was outstanding, and I had the lovable lassie in Scot FM, the 2 lovable lassies in Scot FM, absolutely fabulous ladies. And the lovable lassies, do you know, they were stars in their own right. One of them got her hair done for nothing one day because I was Scottie McClue's lovable lassie. Doesn't make people clever, effing and jeffing all the time, does it, Scotty? No, Glenn, no need for it, I say. Right, I'm just going to share this one here. This is a cracker. If you've just joined us, I hope you've managed to find us okay tonight. I was in a bit of a panic. We're on a new account. So there we are, Scottie McClue, the world's top talk show. That's what it's about. What was the number again? 0345 something, Scot FM. Ooh, we'd have to look it up. It's on a lot of the YouTube stuff. I can tell you that for nothing. There we are. We're just doing a bit more sharing, guys. Can everybody share and can have more likes? Like. Fantastic. Kareem, thank you very much. Kareem has given me £1. He does it all the time. Some nights he does it twice, and he's very, very naughty because you don't have to, Kareem. It's like paying your entrance fee to watch Scottie McClue. It's £1 to get in. £1. Oh, as much as that. What was that number? Have you ever used the Sky Bridge since it opened? No water relief. I took somebody to Sky and the ferry was off. We missed it because we got held up in a restaurant where they wouldn't admit there was trouble in the kitchen. And we sat and we sat and we sat and we sat. Then got a dreadful meal, which they charged a fortune for. And then by the time we got to Skye, the ferry was off. The bridge hadn't been built. Lol, Scotty, you know what I mean? Lol, I. So there we go. I was at a funeral today. My friend's gran who died at 98 years old. What a good life she had. Absolutely, Gary Reid. 98 is a good innings. I'm very concerned at the moment because my dog is 97 in dog years. But I've got some good news. He's walking a lot better. Yeah, the vet got him some wonderful stuff. So there you are. It's tremendous what they can do nowadays. That wee pet is wagging his tail all the time. Oh, he's giving it all that. Fantastic. Now, what am I posting here? Hang on, let me think. You lot are a distraction. A distraction. Ah, trying to concentrate. McClue's trying to concentrate. Well, where would I be without you, I say? There we go. Right, that's that. So we're sharing to a group. Okay, I'm going to share that to a group right now. Off it jolly well goes. And that is shared. So we'll see if that brings anybody. If you can all do the same, guys, any of your gaming friends, anybody, are you watching Scottie McClue with the world's top talk show? That's what we need to ask them. Watery, it's just lovely sailing under the Sky Bridge on the paddle steamer Waverley. Fantastic, Ian. Does she go up that? What is that? Is that the sound of sleet? Sound of sleet. Have I said it right? Lol Scotty, yes, absolutely big style. Jane and Fast Pat reporting for duty. Fantastic. Lovely to have you two guys on board. Fast Pat and Jane, fantastic. If it goesn't to break down, says the Water Relief. Water Relief, give it a rest. Very, very rarely, I think, if ever, has the Waverley broken down. Caledonia broke down in the 4th of May 1969, and the Waverley took us home. So she came and got us home. All the best, your wee dog. Oh, Shelly B's absolutely gorgeous. Good stuff, Scotty. What kind of dog you got? Wee black lab. I've ruined 2 beautiful gun dogs just by hugging them. Be good, Watery. Come on now, sir. Ian Quinn, he's an awful man. Scotty, have you always had labs? Yes. Will there be any other breeds in the future you want? Well, no, when I was wee, Kareem, I had West Highland Terriers. So there we are, beautiful wee West Highland Terriers. So there we are. Is that the same dog you had when you were in Sheffield? How long have you had him? What's his name? No, that was Lord Reith I had in Sheffield. There's Lord Reith in the picture behind me. Can you see that, Glenn? That's Lord Reith's graduation. And I went along because the hood wouldn't fit him. Show a picture of the dog. There he is there. Can you see him? Excellent stuff. Wonderful. Actually, I could probably show you some pictures. There we are. I have a West Asia Shelley B. They're lovely wee guys. You know, wee cowie terriers. Whoa, 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 whoa. All that stuff. Scotty Westies, do they not have bad back legs when they get older? A lot of breeds of dogs. You can get the Alsatian, the Labrador, struggle a wee bit with their legs as they get older. Westies, their challenges seem to be more in the skin. They can have dodgy skin, a wee bit itchy. Aye, the sound of slate, Scotty. Waverley sailed all round the Highlands and Islands. This is our first visit in 1981. I would say they would need to be on their metal on the bridge because that's a lot of navigation, Ian. I'll tell you that for nothing. After all, it's been sailing since 1947. Yes. And Jim Ferrier's crankshafts are still there, and the cylinders beautifully done on the lathes up at Rankin and Blackmore at the Eagle Foundry, very badly bombed during the war. It'd be interesting to, I wish I knew more about the history of the foundry. Westies can have lung, skin, or even allergy issues. Yes, they can. You've got to watch. But of course, what we didn't know years ago very often, chocolate is very, 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 very bad for dogs. So you've got to watch. And sometimes when, especially wee dogs as well, but sometimes when we were younger, we used to think the dog would appreciate a sweet. Well, he appeared to, but not good. They're wonderful wee cheeky dogs. They are gorgeous, the Westies. I had a cousin who was one of the top breeders of West Highland White Terriers. So there you are. They're actually known as the Poltalloch Terrier. And they were started off by the Malcolms of Poltalloch House between Crinan and Kilmartin. So there you are. Poltalloch is still standing. The roof came off in 1959. And the Malcolm family, Mary Malcolm, the granddaughter of the one that started the dogs, they started about 1908 was your start of your West Highland White Terriers, the Poltalloch Terrier. Fantastic. And Grampy Malcolm, who had been in the Indian Mutiny in, I think, 1857, was it? And as an old man, Mary used to read to him. She used to go up and read to Grampy when he was in his bed. And he would have a West Highland White Terrier lying in the folds of his great belly. That's the way she described it herself. You know your Westie history, Scotty? Oh, I've got to, Sherry. Scottie McClue has got to know. Absolutely. And they bred the white ones especially to differentiate them from fox cubs. Yes, they're like wee fox cubs, the wee pups, absolutely. They're adorable. My daughter's last dog, it was a Westie, it ate an Easter egg. Did it survive, Betty? Because Easter eggs have the chocolate that's the most not good for dogs. My dog's a Doberman and a German Shepherd cross collie. I've seen them, Kareem. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous characters. So there we are. Was it what dogs were the big black dogs in the film called The Omen? Were they Dobermans or Rottweilers or whatever? When I went to see that typical West of Scotland humour, I went to see it in Greenock, and such a scary film. And at that moment, the dogs come right out of the film in 3D, and everybody was like this panic. And then this guy goes, "Here, Rover!" And the whole picture house burst out laughing. But it ruined the moment of horror and scariness. As humans are now living longer, will the same happen for dogs? Well, what a relief. They say 7 years is the dog. Kareem says the Omen equals the Rottweilers. Yes, I had a friend had a Rottweiler. But they can be temperamental, the Rottweilers, of course, because they are big, strong dogs, very strong jaws, and all the rest of it. And my friend had one, which was a little Rottweiler bitch. But you had to watch sometimes when you're with her, she'd be showing the teeth, you know, that sort of stuff. She was very well trained. She would come to the door of the sitting room and they go, "Out." She'd just go way back to her basket. I'm terrible. The dog can go anywhere I can go. So there we go. So we shall find out. We shall find out the humans. Guys, can I have more likes, please? More likes, thumbs up. Can somebody tell me if it's easy to see the little thumb? I'm just going to do some more sharing. Oh, my work is never done. The lines were always stamped full with the calls of the good old days. Stuart Clark, they always should be. No phone in should be struggling for calls, but a lot of them are because they don't go about it the right way. I worked on a certain radio station and I was the only one that had the experience that was necessary. Nobody ever asked me a question. They're all such smarty pants. They all knew. Shut up, Scotty. So I didn't see. I just kept quiet. There we are. I could have shown them how to get audience, but they wouldn't listen. No. We'll do our own way. So there we are. I'd like to see a Great Dane, a Mexican hairless dog, working German Shepherd, Spaniels, etc. I want them all. Oh, they're beautiful, Kareem. Absolutely. The sheepdogs, I think, are they working from home at the moment? They're at the window barking at the sheep. Wonderful stuff. And I can remember a farmer saying to me, "Scotty, come on, I'll show you the dog working, son." I said, "Oh, that would be lovely." So the dog, one collie, right? Let me just do this. I need to concentrate. Stop. There we are. What am I doing? Sharing in a group? Yes. Right, and it's a YouTube group, isn't it? So we're sharing in a YouTube group. There we are. Off we jolly well go. That's it. Probably shared it before, but that's that. It died years later with Westie lung disease, also pancreatitis, and arthritis, pancreatitis. That will be very difficult for the predictive text to pick that up, guys. But that's good, Betty. So it lasted. It was none the worse. It got away with it with the chocolate. So there we are. I hope that didn't contribute to the pancreatitis. There we are, the pancreas, because they regulate all the sugar, don't they? Sugar in the insulin. There we go. More likes, please, guys. Thank you very much. Now, one more share. This is where we need the lovable lassie of the big switchboard to do all this. And also remember, if you're trusted, you can Skype me. I have my trusty Skype tonight. I'll just plug this into the mains. Yes, well, not into the mains, but into the charger, because we don't want a wee problem later. There we are. Right, 100% charged up here. And I'm going to get on to, this is asking me if I want to change. That's if I want to change to Afrikaans. Probably not tonight. There we are. Right, the trusted Skype is there. If Kareem or Andy wants to have a bit of a Skype, trusted people only, of course. Lilies can be lethal for cats, something to be mindful of. Yes, what's catnip? What's the background to that? Is that what you call pussy willow? Or is that a different thing? So lilies, yeah, so you've got to watch. Scotty, remember when you were on the telly a long time ago, I won't mention number one names. Mind you, you were funny, but so true. Well, yes, a lot of what I say is, well, all of what I say is true. I was trying to explain the monarchy to a guy with a chip on his shoulder. Here's this. Let's see. Hello.
Scotty, how are you?
Hello, Kareem Dinky-Doo. Lovely to hear you.
I'm just putting your volume down in the background so it won't interfere. There we go.
That's fantastic. Can everybody hear Kareem, guys? Tell me if you can hear Kareem. There we go. No, you talk away, Kareem. Don't worry about that.
No, I was saying I was down at New Lanark, the country park there. It was just a nice walk after work today, and it was just fantastic. It was dead. The place was empty, so it was really nice.
That's New Lanark. So that's not Châtellerault. You're going down to New Lanark, to the village of New Lanark.
Yes, New Lanark. Yes, Châtellerault. Then you've got Lanark, and then you've got New Lanark.
Yes, that's quite a run, Kareem, actually. Well done.
Yeah, the roads weren't too bad. They weren't busy, but I want to get away.
Losing you a bit?
Sorry, can you hear me? My phone just went off there.
Yes, no, that's fantastic, Kareem. And are you enjoying the live streams?
I am enjoying the live streams. I think they're very informative. I think there's a lot of very good people putting comments down, and it's a variety of comments as well.
It's wonderful. There's never a dull moment on here. It's incredible. Remember, we've only been going just over a week or so.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
A couple of weeks, something like that. You know, and I mean, this is just the start of something very, very big, Kareem. It really is incredible. I mean, you've got to, I just took a chance popping up because I thought, well, if nobody joins us, I don't mind talking for an hour or two. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes. But it's growing. You can see that every night.
You can see a big difference. And we're on a new channel tonight, actually. We've changed the account to the World's Top Talk Show, and it's actually a new account. So I had to move channels, and I thought, this is taking a terrific risk. We could lose everything. But then again, you've got to have faith, and the system was fantastic. YouTube's been tremendous.
Yeah, excellent. Yes. I still like the Facebook as well. It's just getting used to.
Oh, absolutely, Facebook. But I didn't want you. I knew that you'd tried the YouTube and you thought, nah, this is not the same caliber as the Facebook. But in actual fact, all we needed was more people like you. And that's why I said to you, you know, rather than run out on me, come and join me, because it will be so much better if you're there.
Yeah,
and I was right. It's true. And thank you also for all your generosity. You don't have to give me all that money, but it's so lovely. You know, a pound here and a pound there and another pound here and there. It's fantastic.
Every little helps, Scotty. Every little helps.
Well, it does, Kareem, because I want to build the show, and I will use money to do little bits of advertising, to save up for equipment, to do things that, you know, maybe it says it would cost you £5 to do this, they'll say, right, no, we've got £5 because everybody's been very generous. You know, that sort of thing. And as I say, we're not looking for big money or anything, but, you know, many a mickle makes a muckle, as they say in Scotland. You know, lots of little bits make a big bit. And the other thing I was going to say to you about the dogs, I mean, you've obviously rescued these lovely guys, and they're fantastic, you know?
Oh, dogs, absolutely. I remember, I think it was last night, the night before, I put a comment up what people were members of, and I did put down that, and one of the clubs is the Dogs Trust.
Yes.
I'm quite passionate.
Fantastic.
Just really,
and they do such wonderful work. They do such wonderful work. Tremendous, Kareem. Well, listen, thanks very, very much for the call. I hope it'll encourage others to phone in.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Scotty, I'll be typing away for the rest of the night, and I'll say Dinky-Doo, and thank you for taking my call.
Dinky-Doo to you, not at all. Thanks for coming on. All the best, Kareem. Bless you. What a top man.
Bye.
Bye, La. There we are. That's our Kareem. So, guys, that's how you do a Skype call. And I take trusted people. Kareem is a generous fellow indeed. He is, Shelley B. I mean, nobody should ever feel they have to give anything. But it is lovely because I can cope with applause or derision on my merits. But the generosity has just been outstanding. Scotty, what's your Skype ID, says Glenn. It's Scottie.McClue, Glenn. And you're on the trusted list if you want to come on. Cameron says, Dinky-Doo, Biggin. Hello, Cameron. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, 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 I say. Tremendous. Now, I need to do some more sharing. Share. What time is it? Oh, for goodness sake. We've been on for an hour already. It seems like 2 minutes. Great caller. Always enjoy hearing from your regulars. Shelley, was it nice and clear? Could you all hear? Fast Pat, can you give a Dinky-Doo to Paula and Ian? They are new watchers and are loving your show. Paula and Ian, welcome, welcome, welcome. Dinky-Doo from Scottie McClue and from everybody in the universe. Live right across the YouTube live stream. How tremendous is that? Guys, tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. I need more sharing. We're forgetting to share. I need more thumbs up, more likes. What is going on here? My goodness. My good nose me. There we are, sharing on a page. Wonderful, wonderful. And what do we got here? Ooh, the world's top talk show with Scottie McClue. That's actually also a Facebook page. I'm letting you into all the secrets here. It's not hugely patronized yet, but it will be. Scottie, you're my friend. You have helped be my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. We're all friends on here. We are chums. I'm off to walk my wee Jack. My wee Jack Bank Shorty. Did you say he was is he a Jack Russell or a Patterdale, Jerry? What did you say he is? So there we are. Wonderful. Right, if you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, the world's top broadcaster, the first lord of the internet, and the world's most humble man. And we've got our feature for Kareem coming up. Now, I left the tweet too late last night. So what I would like to do is I would like to do the tweet tonight. A wee Jack Russell, of course, yes, wee Jack, gorgeous wee guys, called after Parson Jack Russell. And was that the 1840s or the 1860s? Something like that, the Jack Russell Terrier came in. But they are gorgeous, gorgeous wee guys. You've just got to keep them nice and calm so they don't go, yes, all right. They don't get a hoddy ruined at the ankle. Me, Jack Russell. Have a lovely walk, Jerry, and we'll see you when we come back. Tremendous. After he's done his stuff. Right, what am I doing here? I wonder if I can share this and this would be tremendous. I'm just, what are we experimenting going on here? Hello?
Hiya, La. Scotty, how you doing, mate?
Hey, Glenn, La. How you Dinky-Doo, La?
Yeah, how's things? It's good to still have that variety of Scottish.
Fantastic to hear you. Listen, Glenn, where are you based? Tell the nation.
I'm in Sheffield. I'm from Sheffield.
You're in the Seven Hills?
I am, yeah, indeed, yeah.
What a gorgeous city that is. I loved it.
Amazing, Scotty, yeah.
I wish there were two of me, Glenn. I wish there were two of me. I'm saying I wish there were two of me. Nobody else does, but I wish there were two of me, so I could live in Sheffield and live in Scotland.
You're getting the word around anyway, aren't you?
We're getting the word around, Glenn. It's going very, very well. It's lovely to see guys like yourself, because if you think about it, it's something like 23 years since I was down there. No,
time flies, doesn't it?
Time flies. Well, no, I was also down at Magic would be about, what, 15, 16 years ago, something like that. You know, but it does fly. It's fantastic.
First time I caught you, when you were a kid in Blackpool, Red Rose Gold.
Red Rose Gold. That's 28 years ago this week.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Made my old journey.
Well, next week.
Like I said, Little Acorns, innit?
Little Acorns, Glenn. And do you like the streams? Are you enjoying the streams?
I definitely. Sometimes I watch some of your YouTube old classics, you know, the old laughters and that. I'm like,
we might have one tonight, Glenn.
Drop bums from Barnes.
Oh, the Sheffield people loved that, didn't they? You know, I remember saying to Sheffield, and I said, "How far do you think I could take them inside of Barnsley?" He said, far as you like, lad, nobody bothers round here.
There's definitely a rivalry between Sheffield and Barnsley, though, Scotty, isn't there?
But I love Barnsley as well, and I remember saying in Barnsley, you know, is it all right taking them inside the Sheffielders? He goes, oh, well, like that.
Have you ever been to Rotherham then, Scotty?
Rotherham very well, yes, absolutely. You know, nice part of the world as well.
Meadowhall.
Yeah, Meadowhall, fantastic. Meadowhall used to be just, a couple of stops away from us. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
One time I lived quite a bit in the country, and, people say, do you not miss all the shops in there? I said, I've got flaming Meadowhall about, 5 minutes away. And that's the lovely thing about Sheffield. It's a country city.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
there's no Airs of Graces, is there?
No, it's a beautiful place. Lovely, lovely people help you out. And I'll tell you, what was the one I was going to tell you there? The trees. I were worried about the trees, Glenn.
Yeah.
You know, are they taking them down?
Is it the Tinsley Viaduct and all that?
Yeah, and some of the roads, the residential roads, because I've never been such a lovely, lovely city for trees. Everywhere you go, trees.
Oh yeah. Well, there's still one or two trees, but you've got to keep that side of the country alive, aren't you?
Yeah. Absolutely. Lovely stuff. Glenn, I'm going to dash off, but this was lovely. Fantastic talking to you, lad. And listen, take care of the sin, and I'll see thee. Dinky-Doo, laugh. Fantastic. Wonderful. Glenn from South Yorkshire. What a top man. Isn't that beautiful? So there you go. We love it. So there you go. That's how we take the calls. So Fiona says, Sheffield's the worst place John Marshall and I have been. Guys, you may be swanked in. You may be swanked into town. It's a bit like support your local sheriff. I'll be expecting you boys to ride into town a bit quieter in future. Was that the one from? Gary, is that the time? 6:40 in new money. So there we go. The thistle in the picture behind you, did you pinch that from Scott FM? No water relief. That was a lovely, lovely lady that made that for me. It's decoupage. And she just made it in her house and brought it into me. And she was absolutely fantastic. Bella from Bothwell. Does anybody remember Bella from Bothwell? So there we are. Scotty, and he mentions a famous broadcaster is leaving a certain radio station with immediate effect. So there we are. Right, Kareem. Very, very interesting. My goodness me. I'll take that down, Kareem, but don't you take it the wrong way. It's just from a point of view, an editorial point of view. That's very, very interesting. Thank you for that. So there we go. And who's Jim and our lass? Don't know what Glenn's saying. I don't know if that's predictive text. So Glenn Peacock, Sheffield's the worst place to come from. Great place to go to, though. I would say loved it. Sorry, Scotty, I should have known. Not at all, Kareem. No. Wonderful. Thank you for letting me know. It's very, very interesting. So it's just that's purely editorial. That's nothing to do with you. Don't you worry about that. So there we go. It's just, if somebody comes back to us and say, don't know. There we go. Wonderful stuff. Now, what am I doing here? Does anybody know? I've put this on. Right, what are my thoughts it's saying? So I'll make a comment. There we are. Lovely comment. And then I'll comment on that. And hopefully that will go. I think I've just discovered something tonight, guys. We're learning all the time, learning together. That's the story I was going to tell you. Fiona, we lost a good car but found some good friends. Glenn, it's Big Jim from Cowcaddens. Lovely man. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Does Glenn know our lass and Jim? Yes, Fiona, yes. Well, we're not saying Jim because we don't do that sort of chat, if you know what I mean. I know you're quite ready with all that. Andrew Bradshaw. Hi, old timer. You're to blame for me sleeping in for work on Scott FM. Based across the Kingston Bridge, Glasgow, 1994. Fantastic, Andrew. Lovely to have you with us, and welcome back. We did a good fish supper. I avoid Leeds. Kareem should be fined £1, says the Watery Leaf. Wrap it in. Troublemaking. So there we go. Poor Kareem has paid more than enough, I tell you. Right, guys, let's get serious about this now, the sharing. We need to get these numbers up. Where are the likes? I need another dozen likes. Likety-like. Can somebody tell us, Fiona, can you tell us if you can see the thumbs up, the like sign on your site, and where is it? Because remember, I'm looking at a slightly different version here. So who knows where the thumbs up for liking the stream? And has everybody subscribed? I need you to subscribe. My heart falls when it says 2 new subscribers, 3 new subscribers. That needs to be 30 new subscribers tonight, 50 tomorrow, all that sort of idea. So come on, like the stream, please. Thumbs up. Tremendous stuff. Right. Now, somebody's tapping the dollar and giving me money. It's Kareem. Kareem, do not listen to Watery Leaf. He is what we used to call a wag. That's W-A-G, a wag. He's a bit of a wag, is our Watery. So Kareem should be fined £1, Scotty. Telling you. Us watchers need to click the X at the top to close, then chat, and then the top left what's. So there we are. So what are we to do again, Fiona? Tell us more. Scotty, on your channel, if anyone could change your accent, what would it be for 24 hours? My accent would be Irish. Yeah, but which Irish? Are we north or south? If I'm talking south, I'd be talking a bit more like that. Quite soft. And yes, a big Scottie McClue fan. Right down in the south here in Dublin and Dunleary, of course. And down, I love listening to Scotty down in Killarney. So there we are. So you can have that. And then if you're up north, you'll be probably a little bit on the harder side, like that sort of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Scottie McClue. For goodness sake. Is he still about? We used to listen to him over in Belfast all the time. And we listened right down to the County Down. Is that Belfast I'm using there? I think Glenn needs fined £3.24 for not knowing Jim and our lass. One lass. You could talk about Fiona. Excellent. I was once in a pub in Newcastle. And I was standing at the bar, and I looked over at this chap and I said, "Are you looking at us?" I said, "Listen, how many mistakes can you make in one sentence? Grammatical error." There we are. A wonderful find. Stop. We're not fighting. We're not fining the people who are contributing to this show. I watch, don't score, Scotty, you'll get fined. You got me for a fiver last week. Stop. So there we are. Right, I'm just going to share in another group here, guys. This is wonderful. Share in a group. The group is... right, I've got it. I'm trying to share in all the YouTube groups just now. I'll check that one, see if that one goes in. Right, there we are. And if you can all do the same, share. More likes, please. Where did you say we find the like, Fiona? Scotty, posh Irishman. Was I any good, Gary? I don't know. Yorkshire as well. I just can never tire of sitting listening to the Yorkshire people talking. It's so beautiful. You know, you have it to do. Lancashire as well, another love. Liverpool, Manchester. So there we are, Manchester, Scottie McClue. Oh, Scottie McClue, they call him, off radio. Right, what I'm going to do... All right, Laurie. Fantastic stuff. Scotty, do the Sheffield accent, says Glenn. Well, Sheffield, a bit more like that, isn't it? You have it to do. I went out to that place, miles away. I'd heard of it, but hadn't been Drunfelt. And that's it. And I knew somebody that had been to, a Chesterfield, eh? Aye, that's it, Chesterfield, with Spire. Church is collapsing, that. That'll never fall down, that. Been like that for years. It's the Green Oak, isn't it? The Green Oak, it twisted after they built it, eh? Is that any good? I don't know. You tell me. Right, guys, what are we putting on the tweet? I need to know. What are we putting on the tweet tonight? What picture do you want, Scotty? You like the big motor car, don't you? Scotty getting out his big motor car. The big chauffeur-driven limo. Off to the meetings. You like that? So we'll pop that up for you. And there we go. And wonderful. Right, what am I putting in? I need to know what I'm putting in for hashtags. Come on, you need to start helping. You need to help McClure out with the hashtags. There we go. That's that one. And that's that one. Good. Come on. What are we putting in for the hashtags, guys? You need to start working away here. Lovely. What I'm doing, I'm also popping in some of your favourite football clubs. Let them know as well that McClue's on. Very, very important. Hope you're all doing the same. Is everybody sharing? We're having a general share, because what I think I'll probably do is get on to Susie too for Kareem and let Kareem hear. Here's everybody here. Hello, Scotty, I'm back, says J-Dog Gaming. Fantastic, J-Dog. I hope you had a nice supper tonight. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, says Stuart Clark. Yes, I'm going down to pub, get bread. So there we are. Going down pub, get bread, eh? I'm not a fan of the Perth accent. Why is that, Kareem? So there we are, nice and soft. I like it. I like the way they talk in Perth. Typo, PMSL, says Ryan B. What about a Morningside accent? Says Jimmy S. Oh, Morningside from Edinburgh. Does you take tea? Aha. And does you take sugar? Does you take Yinlam Portois? There we go. What about that? Scotty's and the whiskey, folks? No, Scotty doesn't take a refreshment. Everybody knows that. That's not to say I haven't done in the past. I had a light refreshment. These things happen. Wonderful. Right, guys, I'm just sharing for tonight. What have we got here? This is for the tweet. I'm wanting some input for the tweet, please. So I'll put a headline up at the top and say that we're live. Okay. Hi, Scotty. We're here again, says Massive O. What do you think of getting a pet called Boris? Well, I've got a butler called Johnson. Johnson! You can have the rest of the night off. Yes, thank you. Thank you, my lord. Thank you, my lord. Johnson's gone. So there we are. Hi, Scotty. Did you ever keep in touch with wee fat Bob? I didn't, Andrew. I don't know. He went away abroad somewhere. And the last thing I'd heard, he'd gone to, I can't remember where it was. Was it Vietnam or something like that? And that's the last I heard of wee fat Bob. Apologies for being late again, says Tony. Anthony, have you played the second Susie call yet? Not yet. We're just going to do that. Stuart Clark, Morningside, Lanarkshire or Edinburgh. Quite a difference. Ken, can mimic Prince Charles? No, I would never do that. The posh ones will say Milgai, not Milgai. You know what I mean? Milngavir. We used to live in Milngavir. I don't know that anybody would say that actually, Penny. And we're doing a live gig this Saturday, 3 p.m. Facebook Live, tune in. I will, Fiona. You're giving it. There we are. Use of the unknown. So there we are. So, yes, we've got all that in, I think, already. So don't panic. I'm just going to tell them Scottie McClue is live. So I'll put live stream. We got that. Now. There we are. Live stream now. We'll put now, a hashtag for now as well. Why not? And what else am I putting? Is there what night are we? Are we Thursday tonight? Yes. Do you ever find during lockdown you lose track of the actual days sometimes? You think, I don't know what day it is, for goodness sake. So there we are. Right. Or you get corrected by your friends. Well, I mean, it's not bad for a Wednesday. This is Friday. Oh, is it? Ah, so it is. Right. I think I'm going to send the tweet, guys. I'll ask for share. What about that? There we are. I'm asking for a share. Right. We'll see if somebody will share. Right. I've got 0. I've filled it in. Absolutely 0. And I'll keep you in touch with how it's going. I am going to tweet now. Right. So there we are. I've tweeted now. 18 minutes into the second hour. And I'll tell you, Scotty, do you do the London accent? Oh, no, not really. Or occasionally, or sort of have had a bit of a go, but no, not a great one for doing it. You know what I mean? And neither's my old lady. She don't either. You know what I mean? Hi, Scotty, here again. Massive fan. I beg you send an autograph. It would mean everything. Well, Massive, we haven't got that yet. John Marshall, Summit off Top Shelf. Yes, you always go for the malt whiskies, don't you? There we are. I want to see you do the floss, Scotty. Oh, I can manage a quick floss. There you go, the floss, no problem at all. Quick dab. Woohoo! Yes, wonderful. See, hit the dab. Chips and bits, says Fiona, very good. Andrew Wee Fat Bob, he was funny and serious. But our Scotty's the best, simply the best, says the wonderful Gary. Hi, Gary. Scotty's old school. Brilliant. Absolutely, Andrew. Proper talk show on here. Scotty, it doesn't feel like Thursday. It feels like a Saturday. User of the unknown. I know what you mean. You know, have you ever got up and you thought, this doesn't feel like a Friday. This feels like a Saturday. It feels like a Sunday. That sort of idea. A Sunday. Is it just me, or has a Sunday got a different feel to it? That is lush. Guys, I hope you can all find me no problem tonight, because we're on a new channel, the Scottie McClue, the world's top talk show. So there, Scotty, please, I want an autograph. My birthday's on the 15th. There we are. So Betty says, Fat Bob was a bit naive. He got taken to the cleaners a few times. Well, I can't comment, Betty, because a fraudster, stole my life savings. So there you are. So that's not so good. You know, managed to relieve me of my life savings, you know, and it turned out I didn't know that he was actually a fraudster. So there we are. Anyway, that's gone. So everybody do beware. It's like that week between Christmas and New Year when no one knows what day it is. So there we are. But what a horrible killer virus instead of presents and food. I know it's going to change everything. I was thinking today, each way you look at the jigsaw, it changes everything. You say, well, what I'll do it. No, you can't do that. Well, I'd love to go and see old Megan. No, you can't do that. Oh, well, what I thought I might do, I might go shopping. No, you can't do that. Thought I might sunbathe in the park. No, you can't do that. Awful. Wonderful Lisa Noble. Fantastic. I love your share icon. Yes, you'll see a share icon, a subscribe icon on all of Scottie McClue's videos. So please use it well and subscribe, guys. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching right now, please subscribe. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do so. Absolutely. So who was telling me? Oh, the tweet. Do we want to know how the tweet is doing? Let's just check. Remember, it's just gone up about 2 minutes ago. Right, 115 people have seen the tweet. Okay, that's not bad, is it? It's just gone up and 115 people have seen it. I'm just sitting watching it here. Fantastic. It's at 119. It's at 5 total engagements. The engagements are quite often a little bit smaller, but it's at 5 engagements. Now, this tweet has just gone up, guys, and 125 people have seen it now. It's just going up and going up and going up. So if you can get on to @Scottie McClue on Twitter, if you can follow me, and if you can retweet that tweet, that would be tremendous. Scottie, I know you're ignoring this and probably don't want to do it, but please, I'm a huge fan. I would love an autograph. We'll get one to you at some point, Massivo. It's all going to happen. Trust me. There we are. It's all about likes and retweets, Scottie. It is, Fiona. That's the difference with social media. If I was on a massive FM radio station, you could just pop your radio on. But for some reason, they've changed the content on radio and television, and it isn't so appetizing as what you're getting here on YouTube right now. Fantastic. So there we go. So I say to everybody, come and join us. Scottie just made my tea, took a cup into the wife, left mine in the kitchen. You do, don't you? These are the wee things. I had a beauty the other day, right? I opened a drawer in a wee chest of drawers, and I thought, that's a wee bit dusty in there. That needs hoovered out. So anyway, my glasses were falling off. I got my glasses somewhere, you see. Wait, I'll show you. Hello. Now, they make me blind as a bat right now, you see, because they're for distance. So anyway, my glasses were falling off while I was using the vac to suck out the dust from this straw. And I thought, where are my glasses? Completely forgotten all about them. and I was looking at up and down the house. Do you remember the Peter Sellers movie that had the wee Japanese guy that used to leap out at him and surprise him? And they used to give each other a bit of a wrestle. Anyway, it was a bit like that. I thought, oh, you've really got me now. I can't find them. And they were in that drawer. I'd put them in the drawer and then shut the drawer. Scotty, good evening, Scotty. Glad to be tuned in for another exciting show. Can you give a shout out to my wife, Joanna? Dinky-Doo, says the wonderful Stephen Bard. Jimmy S., the glasses are for distance. How short-sighted are you? A wee minute. What did you say there, Jimmy? No, it's interesting. So I must be short-sighted. Now, my father, I don't know if you remember a thing called the phone book. And my father used to get the phone book and go like this. And then he would look up and go, oh, look at the ducks flying up over the hill there. Could see them as clear as a bell. Wonderful. He could still shoot. You're a big star now, Scotty. You know how to grip the nation, John Marshall. You're such a top man. You really are a top man. And I know that this will grow and grow and grow. I can see it every single night. Wee bit more fun, wee bit more of a laugh, wee bit more carry on, wee bit more sharing, wee more likes. Guys, what do you think the tweet is at now? Bearing in mind it's just gone up. It's been up now for 6 minutes. It's great to hear the R levels coming down for coronavirus, Scotty, in some places, Tony. We haven't got the spike we'll probably get from the demonstrations. It takes a week or two for that to go through. So how short-sighted am I? It's quite difficult to know, actually. It's just I can't watch the telly across a 20-foot room and see the writing on it. So I have to put the glasses on to see the name of the newscaster, put it that way, or to see the credits going up. Does anybody else get annoyed at announcers talking over the credits of a big movie? So you're watching a wonderful, real blockbuster movie, and it might be a very moving one, and at the end the music's quite moving, and it goes, and you think, oh, that was wonderful. And then this voice goes, don't forget there's comedy coming up next on this channel, and next week at the same time we'll have another movie for you. Stop! Shut! Button it! Have you ever shouted at the telly? Yes. What to do with her glasses on top of her head? The wife does that with her glasses on top of her head. Yes, I've done that. Where are my glasses? They're up here. The other thing is they fall. They fall and they go down the side of the chair. I'm sure I had my glasses. 450, says Betty McIver. What's 450, Betty? So there we are. Tell us more. Scotty, which town has the best bakers? The best bakers I've come from across is in Eyemouth. What relief. There's wonderful, wonderful bakers all over Scotland. Tremendous stuff. Big names. Outstanding. All the wee tunes. I can remember a very small town, and I think it had 2 or 3 bakers in it. Incredible. Bakeries, wonderful. And you could go to the bakehouse. And I'll tell you what else you used to get in the bakehouse. Cats. Lovely, shiny black cats, tabby cats, all that, sleeping on flour sacks, jute sacks, in the windows of the bakehouse. Now, health and safety, the food lots would have an absolute fit, but nobody ever seemed to go down with anything, and the cats kept the mice down in the bakery. There we are. I'm back, my friend. I hate those announcers who talk over lovely music. No, we mustn't hate, Jerry. Nobody hates anything. If you hate, you're shutting off an avenue of learning. And we don't want that, do we? Guys, what are you doing with the likes? Who can tell me? Where is the wee thumbs up on the site? Could somebody please post? Because sometimes I feel I'm talking to myself. I'm banging my head against a pillow here. Crazy stuff. I do, Scotty. Quiz time. So there we are. Who did the music for Nick of Gun? Wonderful. Oh, 450. Guessing the tweets. Oh, I see. No, 250, Betty. So there we are. So it hasn't quite gone to 450, but it will. I tweeted the other day and it went to 3,000. How fantastic is that? I can't believe they've repeated the 1966 World Cup final between England and West Germany on the telly. I'm sure everyone in Scotland was watching. Not. I couldn't repeat my dad's words. No, Tony, don't. Not on here. Family show. There we are. Lovely to have you with us, guys. If you've just joined us, you're watching Scottie McClue, the first lord of the internet and the world's top broadcaster and podcaster. Welcome to our new site. Going to play the Moon Game, Scotty. Do you remember the Moon Game? How fantastic was that? Thumbs up under the O on Scotty on the PC. Right, can everybody like if you haven't liked? I'm going to take the tweet down because I think it's time for our YouTube of the evening. And I promised you we'd play Susie 2. Sorry, excuse me. So there we are. And I'm doing this for Kareem, and I'm sure the rest of you who haven't heard it as well will want to join in. So there we are. I'll see what I've got here. Because she phoned 3 times in the one night. Ah, this was the second call. Right, this is Susie 2. This is the second call, guys. So what I'll do is I'll get this one for you, and we'll see what is what. I'm going to I'll do that. Right, there we are. Now, I've just frozen that there, and what I'll do, I'll get you a bit. I hope this isn't too loud. That's the only thing. I'm just going to check that we're not too loud on the sound for you. I'd like to get, well, that it's not going to be loud at all. Right. And if this is too loud, just post. Too loud, Scotty. Legend under the O, says Derek Grant. Wonderful. Legend. Right. Are we ready?
Yes.
How are you, Susie Posey?
Right. Here's the start.
Susie?
Yes.
How are you, Susie Posey?
Right. You be civil.
Susie Posey, very woozy. It's not you again, is it?
Are you on the air? Or
It's
private?
not you again, is it, love?
Oh, yes, it is.
Are you an officer or are you private?
Pardon?
Are you an officer or are you private? What are you doing in the phoning again, love?
They put me through because...
Well, they've no right to put you through. Why will you not take a telling?
Right, if you don't speak to me,
Why will...
to somebody superior, because you're going to be pulled over the coals.
Pulled over the coals, I'll tell you. You'll have your hat pulled over your head.
Yeah, I cut me off again because you told your public that I hung up on you and won't take flack.
You did.
I'm prepared to take any flack.
You did hang up in public and you had no right to.
Pardon?
I'm sick and fed up with you.
Right, well, hang on.
You bore me.
Take me off the air and put me through to somebody superior to you.
Superior. There's nobody superior to McClue, love. I'm your top man.
Pardon? You're not the top.
I'm the top man, but there's no...
The top man doesn't speak on the air.
I am the top man on duty tonight.
Yeah.
I am the top man on duty.
No.
I could put you through to the head of security, love.
Pardon?
I'll put you through to the head of security then.
That's no good to me.
Oh, it's good to you. He'll throw you out, love.
How can you throw me out? I'm not a daring person.
You know, so I'll back you up there, love. I don't think you're there at all.
Pardon?
I don't think you're there at all.
I'm there. I am here.
I think you're definitely a spanner shot of a 2-volt fuse.
Right, I'm a Spanish.
I don't think your lift goes to the top story, does it?
Just repeat that, please.
Repeat that.
Spanish of the what?
You know what I mean.
No.
What about sandwich short of a picnic?
Look, just say it again for the tape.
Right, say it for the tape. Spanner short of a picnic.
Sure. Spanish short.
Spanner short of a picnic and a sandwich toolbox.
Right.
Is that okay for the tape? Oh, someone else. Hang on a minute, love. Is the tape still running?
It is bloody running.
Good lass. Oh, pardon me, tape.
Right.
Right, love.
Okay.
That was my steamed pudding I had for my supper.
If you'd like to go off there and get me back to somebody superior than you.
There's nobody superior to me, love. I am the king of the airways.
You're the king of the airways.
And you're just Mrs. Pooh Bar.
Hammer?
Yes.
Do you want to try it?
I've tried it. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
Try it with me, sonny. Let me do superior.
I wouldn't touch you with a bar spoon.
Pardon?
I wouldn't touch you with a bar spoon.
Right.
Right. So there you are, you have it straight.
No, you dare cut off.
Why not?
Take me off air and get me through to your superiors.
Take me off air, love. You should have been taken off air hours ago.
Look.
You're a disgrace.
Look, they've put me through 3 times.
Well, there's no right to.
Right?
I'll sort it out.
Because the top man never, ever gives his voice over air.
Is that right?
Now, you are talking to a professional.
I didn't realise that, love.
Right.
I'm talking to a professional.
You are?
Are you a pro?
What sort of pro?
Professional. Professional pro.
But not what you think, or you're going to say over the sleeve.
I know what, love.
Get me through to a soup. Somebody.
There's no soup available, love. The canteen shuts at 10.
Pardon?
There's
We're
no
not
soup.
talking about a canteen.
You said get me through to some soup.
Have you got that? Right.
Have we got that, love? Are you taking this down? Hang on, I'll just check. Sergeant, are you taking this woman down?
If you just put Sergeant on.
Sergeant, we'll put the sergeant on. He's here with the stripes.
Right.
Yes.
Just put him on.
He's the one. See, in here we've got the sergeant with the stripes, and then we've got the wizard and I who are the stars.
Look, I'm not.
So that's the stars.
You.
That's the stars and stripes of. We've got the studio nurse. Do you want one with studio nurse?
Pardon?
Do you want one with studio nurse? She'd probably be able to tell you what's wrong with you.
He will he?
The studio nurse would, eh?
Right.
In a second or two. There's enough going on in your head to start a conference.
Where are you broadcasting from?
They were broadcast from the moon, love.
Don't be so bloody stupid.
Oh, thanks very much. It's a pretty... Hey, it's not everybody broadcast from the moon, you know. There's no need to be so downright flaming rude. I could sue you for that.
A dad's rasp. You've called me a farthead, which I've got on tape.
Farthead on tape, love?
Yes. Right.
Good stuff.
Sarcastic.
I don't want you be selling that to you now. Don't want you making a few quid on the side out of me without paying your royalties.
I'm not in this for money. I don't need the money.
Do you know, love? Oh, wow, you're lucky. The rest of us do. Do you know it's illegal to take this phone in, don't you? You know I could do you for breach of copyright.
Try it.
Oh, I might, love.
Right. Try it.
Well, I wouldn't want to do that. Do you know why?
Pardon?
Because you'd end up losing your house and all that. You don't want that, do you?
The house? What? Which house?
I don't know which one. How many have you got?
4.
4 houses?
4 houses.
Well, most of them drop addresses.
Pardon?
And most of them drop addresses.
4 limousines.
4 what?
Limousines.
4 limousines?
Yeah.
Yes. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't mean to call you Pinocchio, but is your nose growing?
No. My nose never grows.
Mrs. Fibber?
Do not.
Mrs. Fibber?
Trouble unless I feel it's necessary.
Well, it's very necessary on this occasion.
You've been calling the armed forces.
Yeah, I've been calling them. I've been shouting, armed forces!
No. You've been calling the armed forces, saying they've been in for a good time.
In for a good time, in for a penny, in for a pound.
You're calling the females.
The females? Yeah.
Saying that females
Hang on a bit.
have babies in the army.
Correct.
Front line.
Correct.
You are a man.
Correct.
You are only talking through hearsay because you've not been through the experience of having a baby.
How do you know that?
Well, unless you're a bloody queer with a deep voice.
Oh, there's no need for that. I'm going to sue you for that as well, love. So, did you get that, queer with deep voice?
Right, well...
I'll take a week note of that, Sergeant.
If you're male, have you had a baby?
I may have. That's none of your business.
It's none of my business.
It is not, correct?
Right.
Right.
Get me through to a superior.
A superior? A superior?
No.
No.
Be sarcastic.
Oh, sorry.
If you want...
You must forgive me.
right?
Right, am I
I
forgiven?
want to speak to who you work for, and don't say you own the radio station.
I want from my
If
mum.
you own the radio station, you would not be on air.
Would I not?
Because the big bosses do not make themselves public.
Well, I never knew that one.
Oh, did you not?
Sorry.
A lot to bloody learn.
Ah, bloody hell.
Right, get me through to something higher than you.
Right.
Now,
So, I'll wait.
you put that phone down, you've had it.
I've had it then. Right, there you go, guys. So that's it, Susie, too. That's what that was all about. Did you like that? Wonderful stuff. There we are. Now then, what do we got here? Excuse me, Scotty, I'm making tea. I'll catch up, says Jenny. Enjoy the wee woman. Turn the volume down a bit, says the Archie. I mind that, Susie, says Derek Grant. Yes, Manchester, Derek. The lady's annoying. How did you put up with her? Well, she's just a pest. Memories when Billy Connolly reminded people to make sure they locked their doors if they lived alone. That was in the days the TV closed down at night. That's frightening the people. I used to close the television channels down at night. And that's the end of broadcasting for today. I hope we've been good company. We'll be back on air tomorrow morning at 9:25. Why don't you come and join us for our programs for schools and colleges? Until then, from all of us here, good night. And I hope you all sleep well. That was the one. Do you remember that one? Many years ago, were you doing your show on Red Rose? I remember my mum listening to it when I was younger, says Stephen Budd. I listened to it one night, and from then on, I got hooked to it. That would be 28 years ago in about 10 days' time. There we are, something like that. You've had it. Well, you've had it. You and me both, Stephen, says Ryan B. Scotty, did she ever find you and see you in the flesh? I don't think so, to be quite honest. So there we go. But she called again. I think there was 3 calls in total that night. And the wizard probably said to me, do you want her again? We were just about going. I said, no, I think that's enough. You can have too much of a good thing, as they say. Did you like that one, Kareem? Do tell us. This is entertainment, says Ryan B. Fantastic. Are you all enjoying the live stream, guys? Very important that you're having a nice time. Can we tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10? And can we do a lot of sharing? Very important. Lots and lots of sharing, please. So there we are. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. And I hope you like the new channel. Wonderful. Thank you to everybody who has contributed. So there we are. So there's our feature for tonight. Jerry was saying he doesn't like it. He says, I'd rather we all just chatted. But I think there's room for everything in a 2-hour show, isn't there? We can squeeze in as much as we can. Play the one with the 3 little bees, says the Waterleaf. No, I'll not be playing that one tonight, Waterleaf, but thank you for that. So there we are. I'll just turn down. Just turn myself down here. Can't hear myself think. Right. You've had it. Now, I can see, I'm just checking, Dinky-Doo until tomorrow, says the wonderful Ian Quinn. You're away sharp tonight, Ian. We've got another 10 minutes to go. But Dinky-Doo, thanks for joining us, Ian. Very, very much appreciated. We haven't had any steamer chat tonight, and I have a photo which I shall try and remember to bring up tomorrow and show that to you, because I want you to tell me what it is. There's one that I think my mother took that would be away. My father used to play the Scottish fiddle, and they used to go away to all these fiddlers' rallies. Scotty, there's some really weird folk out in the public. Oh, the whole world's queer except thee and me, Kareem. So there we are. You know what they say. Excellent, Scotty. Looking forward to that. And you can maybe tell us what it is. It's one of the newish McBrain's ones, you know, kind of in the Isle of Mull type. That sort of idea. I don't think it is the Isle of Mull, but these big ones. When were they built, Ian, before you dash off? So there we are. The feature corner replaces Culture Corner, Betty. Do you remember Culture Corner? Fantastic. We've got a good one for tomorrow. The Waverley has left the harbour, says Jamie Est. Absolutely, Jamie Est. Yes, the man himself has, he's gone up to the dock for the night. I don't know, do you remember, Ian, when the Loch Fyne she left at 9:30 in the morning from Gourock? And she went across to Dunoon, Ellen, Rothsay, Tinnebrook, Calzabute, and then she went up to Tarbert, and in the summer she went up to Ardrishig. And then she came back down, and I think, did she call back in at Tarbert on the way back down? Or you could have lunch in Tarbert. There was time for lunch. And she was always back at 4:30 on the dot at Gourock. And when she had dispatched all her passengers and her mail and everything, she went up to Greenock for the night, I think. I'm sure she went up to was it the East India Harbour or the Albert Harbour for the night? Brill, says the wonderful Magnus Hunter. Dinky-Doo Magnus, lovely to have you with us. If you've just joined us, folks, you're watching Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on YouTube just for you. Does anybody out there who's a big YouTuber, could I put the name up in front? Is it possible to do just a single caption? I know you can have subtitles and all sorts of things, but could we have just a caption just so people know it's Scottie McClue, the ones that don't know Scottie McClue? There we are, wonderful stuff. If you've just joined us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I have some likes, please? And can you all share and tell 10 to tell 10? I'm just going to do one more share to let people know that we're live now. So what do I do that on? I wonder how the tweet's doing. I'll do another post in YouTube itself and see if people are up for that. And I'll just put a couple of channels up. There's Scottie McClue, the world's top talk show. And I'll put I'm glad J-Dog likes that one. J-Dog's very, very good. The Isle of Mull was 88, the Lord of the Isles 89, the oldest, the Isle of Arran 84, Loch Fyne overnighted at the Bristol berth in Greenock outside the East India Harbour. So did she sit on the seaward side then, Ian? Because I didn't bother going along, I just saw her passing. And I would sometimes cycle the length of the Esplanade on my bike and keep up with the Loch Fyne and give them a wave. Give Captain McCallum and Lachie a wave. You know, fantastic stuff. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, tuning in from Scotland. Wee pup, lovely to have you with us. Dinky-Doo, you can tell us what part of Scotland you're tuning in from. If you want to do that, we don't mind. There we are. I'm just doing a tiny wee bit of sharing, guys, just to let everybody know what's what. And yes, lovely. There we are. Get everything going on here. Very, very important. I'll pop that out as well. And one more to go. We are. Pop that out as well. Right. That should be going out there. Excellent. And I'll put at. There we go. Wonderful. And let them all know what is what. I think that's very important. Some big stuff on YouTube, guys, just to let you know what is what, because this is the go-to place during lockdown now. The Loch Fyne was on the seaward side of East India and Sunday off the same berth. So there you are. Yes, she used to. Now, she didn't sail on a Sunday, but I've seen her at sea on a Sunday. I wonder if she was maybe going down to Gourock to overnight occasionally. Scotty, have you ever visited the distillery in Aberfeldy? Emily, I have visited many distilleries. And they would give you a tour, and then if you weren't driving, they would give you a tray of drinks. Fantastic. I remember we were all very, very naughty. One of their final drinks was a kind of sweet liqueur, whiskey liqueur. And one of them were a gang of guys, and one of them said, "Do you think we should ask them if they'd change it for another dram?" The cheek of it! They said no, but they'd given us a tray of beautiful drinks to sample, and we thought we could maybe get another dram and give them back their liqueurs. Scotty, as the talk of July the 15th, everything opening up here, I still think it's a bit early, Kareem. Until we're sure what's going on, it's always going to be a bit early. You're absolutely right. Do not rush it. I mean, you know, the First Minister of Scotland has definitely got the right idea. And I think England should fit in with the rest of the UK, to be honest with you. Can you hurry up and finish your show? My dogs need a newt, says the Watery Leaf. I will. Just hurry up. Time flies. I can't believe it's nearly 10 p.m. Is it? Oh, my goodness me, Glenn. Tell you a lovely story about the Edinburgh Fringe. Now, those of you who frequent the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, or the Fringe Festival, I should say, will know that sometimes you get quite small audiences at some of the gigs. And this night, there was two brothers who did a show, and two ladies were in, just quite casually dressed and sitting down the front. And one of the brothers went on stage and he said, "Ladies, I see there's only the two of you in tonight, but my brother and I are professionals, so we will give you the whole show." And one of the ladies said, "Well, could you just hurry up, son, because we're wanting to get the place cleaned." Isn't that lovely? Edinburgh Fringe. Time flies. Time absolutely flies. It's wonderful. Yes, we've got on here, it says we've got another 6 minutes. Is that right, Kareem? Scotty, I will say good night. Have a good day, and Dinky-Doo to everyone. Absolutely, Kareem. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for tapping the $ at the top of the super chat. That is just beautiful. And thank you to every single one of you for joining us. Kareem, have a safe and peaceful night, and enjoy being you. It's a great thing to be. Lovely fella. There we go. That's our Kareem. Do you reckon the public will adapt to having to wear facial masks on public transport from Monday? Well, Glenn, I don't know if that's the case in Scotland. Is it? Does anybody know the modus operandi for Scotland? Throw the clock and see time fly. Good one, Jerry Nicol. Or when the grandfather clock fell over near the grandson. You said, "Oh, I thought time was on the wane." So there you are. There's a wee bit of stuff for you. Signing out, early start tomorrow, says Stephen Bard. Good night to all of you. Are you back on tomorrow, Scotty? Yes. I shall be here at 8 o'clock sharp. Be there or be square, I say. In England, we have to wear them Monday, says Glenn. Right, I don't think we do in Scotland. Guys, has anybody heard about face masks in Scotland on public transport from Monday? No, I don't think so. So there we are. I think we like to just take our time, but good luck with that, Glenn. And listen, Glenn, lovely hearing you tonight live on the old Skype. I'm glad you've found the live stream and you're enjoying it. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Let everybody know about Scottie McClue saying Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. One more share. We'll have one more share. Share. Right, I'll share. Yes, this is what we'll share. I'll share on my Facebook, and it's the second one of the show, but I still think it's good stuff. It just lets everybody know that we are live now. There we go. Wonderful. And off it jolly well goes. That's it. We'll let everybody know what's what on there. May all your spuds be golden wonders, says John Marshall. Absolutely, John Marshall. And I'm very fond of the Maris Piper as well, you know. And I can handle a King Edward. You know, there's all that sort of stuff. Lang me your lum reek. I once got a stone of potatoes for my grandmother, and I thought, that is a very good swap. Only teasing, only joking. No, she was wonderful. So there we are. Tell 10 to tell. Lang me your lum reek. Jamie-esque. I thank you. You are a real top man. Fantastic. I made my own mask. It looks like the one in the Turkish Delight advert. Well done, Watery Leaf. So there you are. Do you belly dance at all? Fantastic. Right. What are we doing for time? Yes, I think it's time I pushed off. Guys, it has just been wonderful tonight. Cheers, Scotty. Can't wait until the hairdressers open again. They open in Scotland July the 4th for England. P.S. You're an adopted Yorkshireman, and you're always welcome back to Sheffield, big man. Respect. Aye, respect to you, Glenn lad, and love to Sheffield. To every one of them 7 hills, I say. And I'll care of the sun. And see there. There we are. Wonderful. Thumbs up. More likes, guys. Come on, if you're watching. Subscribe, like, share. Another great show, says the wonderful Betty McIver. Betty, thank you so much for your wonderful support. We love having you on the show. And I'm glad you enjoy the chat. Yes, it's been good tonight. Thanks, my man. Cheery, Jerry Nicole. Cheery, bye. Fantastic. I need to go for a Turkish delight. So there you are. Oh, yes, you've got a very sweet tooth, John Marshall. Wonderful stuff. Saved the day there. And join me tomorrow at 8. You're going to have a nice wee beverage. Well, I don't drink the hard stuff now, Glenn. So I'll maybe have either a hot chocolate or I'll have a hot chocolate, or I'll have a, there we are, wee fleck of dust there. I'll have a hot chocolate, or I'll maybe have another cup of the Earl Grey, because the last one went down very well indeed. But of course I have my trusted water here. Oh, that's lush. That really is lush. Right, guys, I'm going to push off. Take great care of your dear selves. As I say, love being you. It's a lovely thing to be. Stay home, stay safe. If you can do, in lockdown, of course, follow the instructions. But thanks very much for joining us. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 about Scottie McClue, live on YouTube just for you, live streaming every single night of the lockdown between 8 o'clock sharp and 10 p.m. And night, Scotty, says the lovely Susan Forrest in Lancashire. Night, angel. So there we are. And I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock sharp, God willing, weather permitting. Be there or be square, I say. Until then, from me, Scottie McClue, to every single one of you, the goodbye song. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Cheerio, my loves. Dinky-Doo. This is Scottie McClue saying Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. And ta-ra, lads. Stick your tongue out and say ta-ra. Bye-bye.